What's going on, guys? We're gonna skip the intro. Just letting you guys know, trigger warning. Footage is pretty fucked up. That's kind of all I gotta say right now. Let's get into it.
This weekend in a West LA neighborhood, and tonight the LAPD has released new video of that attack, and it's asking for help to catch the group of teens on bikes who did it.
What a fucking surprise. Another incident involving teens on bikes.
And that's where KCAL News reporter Lori Perez is tonight after speaking with the victim's family. Good evening, Lori.
Good evening, Pat. The brutal attack happened here at this intersection behind me, the intersection of San Vicente and Carrillo Drive. We spoke with the victim's aunt tonight, who told us he is at home recovering with injuries to his head and face. She tells us he's a 27-year-old man, and on Saturday, as you'll see in the video, he was one against dozens.
All right, real quick before we get to that actual footage, quick rundown. The kids were targeting cars. All right, this guy was at a stoplight. They fucked with his car. He got out. Obviously, he wouldn't be aggravated. Apparently, they started fucking with him. He probably kicked a bike, because I would think that's what you would do. Instead of hitting somebody, you would just kick the bike. As kind of like a frustration, or maybe they were trying to do something to him. But anyways, point is that he kicked the bike, and then this ensued.
The video is tough to watch. LAPD released a short clip of the melee. As they say, a crowd of 25, mostly 16 to 18-year-old young men on bicycles jumped a driver who police say had words with them after they allegedly damaged his car.
Now, you know that shit is not allegedly. If you're in the bike scene, you know it's not allegedly. And if you're not in the bike scene, I'm telling you, it's not allegedly. These fucking kids on these bikes have complete disregard for anyone and anything. As you guys can see on this news report, or if you guys go watch one of my older videos where these kids fucking completely trashed this guy's car. I mean, the dude was driving recklessly between the crowd, which I don't condone and I disagree with. But I also disagree with how the kids handled that situation after. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So yeah, whether you're in the bike scene or not, this is not allegedly. 100% this happened. This happens all the fucking time, more than people really realize. And my thoughts on this are, look, man, if the law for not being able to whoop a kid's ass wasn't in place, I think there would be a lot more kids in line. Or I guess another way of saying it is that a lot less kids would be doing this. Now, I'm not saying completely remove that law. Drop it to I don't know, let's say 15 or some shit like that. Because you know damn well once you hit 15, 16, those ages, you know what the fuck you're doing, dude. You're in you get into high school, and you know the type of shit you're exposed to. So I think that's a good point. Drop it to 15, because these kids, they don't give a fuck, bro. They're gonna fuck your shit up, or they're gonna fuck you up as you saw this. That dude's got a mom to go to, probably a dad to go to. Maybe he's got a girl, maybe he's got a kid. I don't fully remember everything in the article, but the dude has a family to go to, whether it's his family or the family he came from. And if you're watching this video, you have a family to go to that you came from, or a family that you helped create. And I helped create a family. I have a family that I was created from. I want them all to know that I'm gonna fucking come home safe after a bike ride. I'm very adamant about this subject. I really do think that law should be dropped to 15, because like I had said, when you get in high school, you know what the fuck you're doing. And you know damn well if you go and you fuck with these kids' bikes, or you not even fuck with their bikes, but if you defend yourself against these types of people, look what happens. You get your shit fucking pushed in, or you get your fucking property damaged, or whatever. For what? For standing up to what? To negligence? To people who don't give a fuck? That's not right. We all have families that we want to go back to, and the point is that you want to come home safe, whether you're on a bike ride or whether you're just out in the freaking street hanging out, driving your car, whatever have you, man. These kids need to be stopped. At this point, I don't feel bad saying this, completely honestly. I don't feel bad saying this. It just sucks that it's going to get to this point, and I know it is, because we've already had an example. That kid that got turned into a fucking speed bump in that fucking parking lot of the LA Coliseum or wherever the fuck, something on an exposition park. I don't feel as bad about it anymore as I did at the time, because at that time it was like, damn, bro, like, you know, kid doesn't deserve to die. You know what I mean? Like, it's a dumbass kid doing dumbass shit. He didn't deserve to die, you know. But the more I see these types of things, it's kind of like you start to lose any sensitivity towards that subject of really having any empathy for these types of kids or people. If another one gets turned into a speed bump, I just don't give a fuck anymore. If one of them gets fucking beat the fuck up, shot, something, I don't give a shit what happens to these kids on bikes anymore, dude. Like, the guy defended himself against these kids for damaging his property, and this is what's happening. This has been like a 4-minute, I guess, tangent on this subject, but like, yeah, let's keep playing the rest of the video.
Videos taken by witnesses near the corner of San Vicente Boulevard and Carrillo Drive show the bicyclists kicking, punching, and stomping on the man who was already down on the street. Dimitri Karani was in a car and saw it unfold from the start. He says the victim was at a red light when the bicyclists started messing with him.
At one point, one of the individuals kicked the back of the victim's car. He started kicking the lights and whatnot. The victim was infuriated by the situation. They started saying some words outside of a window. Nobody could hear what was being said, of course.
The victim's family says he got out of the car only after they smashed his windshield and he wanted to avoid the glass.
There was another person harassing him, and he kicked that person on the bicycle, at which point a group of about 15 individuals went, jumped him, and beat him unconscious. Extremely violent. They didn't care about his life. You could tell they were kicking him in the head, they were kicking him in the body.
So that's basically where the video ends. That little like half-second clip that comes up is a situation that happened, I don't know how long ago, probably a month or so. But like the guy says, they had complete disregards for this person's life. So you know what? I'm going to openly say it because I know most of you probably fucking already feel it, agree with it, or are getting to that point. I have complete disregard for a wheelie kid's well-being while on a bike ride. And let me specify that if you are the type of wheelie kid that swerves on cars, swerves on people, and does this type of stuff, that's where I have a complete disregard for your life. Now, that's not saying that I'm going to do something about these kids or I'm going to do something while I'm out. I fucking avoid you fucks at all costs. Like, I don't go anywhere near bike rides that involve you guys anymore. But yeah, if something happens to you guys start getting ran over, you guys start getting fucking knocked the fuck out, some of you die, I can't give two shits. As you guys heard from the witness, the guy got out of his car once they broke his windshield. Broke his fucking windshield. The dude probably got cut. Like, he could have got a piece of glass in your eye, like fucking fucked up his vision and shit. Like, it's a subject that, like, it hits a nerve because it's like, just have some fucking respect for people, dude. But yeah, so apparently someone was harassing him and he kicked them. I mean, what type of harassment was it? He didn't specify. He said it was harassment. There can be any kind of harassment. And to defend yourself from that and then to lead to being unconscious on the floor is not right. So, fuck bike life. Fuck you if you do this kind of shit. Wheelie kids, wheelie adults, whatever. If you support this, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna do another video on this, and I'm gonna call out groups, bike leaders in the state of California who still support this or who still allow these kinds of people to go on these bike rides. Alongside, I will be, I guess, promoting, giving a shout out, I don't know, backing up positive rides that you should go on or that you should look into. But so with that, I guess I'm gonna just end this video. It's probably like over 10 minutes now, but it's just my thoughts about it. Like, you don't care for somebody's life, don't be surprised when people don't care about yours.